Hello my dear friends, and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. Today we have some great news for Obi-Wan Kenobi, Rogue Squadron, The Mandalorian Season 3 and more. Now, I know that you love the jibber jabber, but today we're just going to get straight into it. We're going to kick things off with a photo leak from the set of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's believed that this was taken last April. Alongside Indira Varma, we clearly see Temuera Morrison. Now, when it comes to the Kenobi series, or most things for the show, everything has been kept tightly under wraps, and with the actors in particular moving on and off set, they were told to cover themselves so that they didn't reveal anything about the character they're playing, their costumes, or anything else. But with this picture, keen-eyed fans noticed the unmistakable similarity in body shape and facial features of a covered-up Temuera Morrison. Now, you don't need me to tell you that this is huge, because not only does it confirm the very earliest reports that Commander Cody would be in the Kenobi series, but it also verifies something that Temuera Morrison said last month when he name-dropped Rex and Cody as two clones that he wants to portray in the future. There is a chance he'll play other surviving clones too, but Rex and Cody are the two big ones, although admittedly I think Rex is going to be saved for Ahsoka. So with Temuera Morrison in this set leak, it seems like the pieces are in place. Now, this also explains a major aspect of the Book of Boba Fett, the one aspect that confused fans the most, and that is why in chapters 5 and 6, Boba seemingly dropped out of the picture. And apart from the in-universe reason to advance the Mandalorian story, we now know it was also due to logistics of filming. Temuera Morrison filmed his Kenobi scenes alongside shooting for the Book of Boba Fett, and that very tight schedule might explain why he didn't have time to be in two places at once. And this further explains why he only made a small cameo in chapter 6 of his own series. Again, there are Mandalorian reasons that set up season 3, but I'm talking about secondary reasons that are out of universe. So going back to Kenobi, the question is, what role is Tem going to play? Well, the obvious answer, as I said, is Commander Cody. Recent leaks have said that the Inquisitors are looking for clues of surviving Jedi, and the third sister, Reva, is going to sense Kenobi, and that's when she begins interrogating locals and others who she suspects might have known him. And who better to come across than Commander Cody himself, who served under General Kenobi during the Clone Wars. Now, since we don't know what became of Cody, there are many possibilities. If Captain Rex was able to get his chip out, which we could see in the Bad Batch Season 2, Cody at this stage might be living out the rest of his days peacefully as a recluse somewhere. Alternatively, and this is my theory, if he stayed with the Empire, he might still be in their ranks as a purge trooper. Ooh, wouldn't that be amazing? And if so, the third sister might take him with her to hunt down Kenobi, because Cody could identify him better. Whatever the case, we're going to have our questions answered at what happened to Commander Cody after Order 66 and after the last time we saw him on Utapau. And having Temuera Morrison reprise the role is something we've all been hoping for ever since the show was announced. And to see Tem on set just increased that possibility by 100. Awesome stuff. So now guys, we're going to talk about a tease that has gotten the fandom talking. Maxine Park, the trailer producer at Disney, has hinted that a Star Wars trailer is coming very soon. If you are an OG Mandalorian, and let me know down below, then you'll remember when I covered a similar tease by her all the way back in 2020. At the time, she tweeted out something very similar, and 2 days later, the Mandalorian Season 2 trailer dropped. So just based on previous patterns, we should take this to mean that we're gonna get a trailer soon, but is it going to be for the Bad Batch or the Obi-Wan Kenobi series? I personally think it's going to be the Bad Batch, but yesterday Making Star Wars stated that the Kenobi trailer has recently been rated, which means it's ready to go. So brace yourselves, because at any moment, we could get our next trailer. Kenobi is set to release on May the 25th, with the Bad Batch Season 2 rumoured for May the 4th. And I get this question a lot, is there going to be overlap? Yes. So moving on to our next update, we're going to talk about Rogue Squadron, the movie that was supposedly cancelled, then we were told it was delayed, and others reported there were creative differences that caused problems. Well, apparently none of that was true, because Production Weekly published the theatrical release schedule for Disney, and it appears as though Rogue Squadron is still set to release next Christmas, December 2023. So basically nothing has changed compared to the original announcement, and this seemingly debunks claims of delays and cancellations. Let's see what Bespin Bulletin had to say. Today, Disney updated their theatrical release schedule, which runs from 2022 to 2028, and I was quite surprised to see Star Wars Rogue Squadron clutching onto its original release date of December 22nd, 2023. It was previously reported by The Hollywood Reporter that the project had been delayed indefinitely due to director Patty Jenkins' schedule. It was said that Jenkins and the filmmaking team behind Rogue Squadron came to the realization that Jenkins' schedule would not permit her adequate time to film the project in 2022. There were also reports of creative differences and that Jenkins and Lucasfilm could not find common ground. But it appears as though all of those reports were rumours, ones which were completely false. And so if Rogue Squadron is sticking with December 2023, then we should expect to hear updates on the project very soon, because typically theatrical releases get trailers a year beforehand. But interestingly enough, no official word from Lucasfilm. And so now guys, let's talk about The Mandalorian Season 3, because director Rick Famuyiwa teases his Star Wars future. In an official interview with StarWars.com, Rick expressed that he wants to continue working on the show. In his own words, he said, "I want to continue to be part of that storytelling, because I do think, as I was saying before, that the audience today and coming up and growing up with storytelling wants to see a different kind of thing, and I think Star Wars and other franchises have to speak to that. Or they become like artifacts, museum pieces that we study, and they're not living or breathing. You have to be where the people are." And Rick is absolutely right. This evolution of storytelling cannot be stagnant. It absolutely continually has to evolve and change with the times. And in my opinion, The Mandalorian right from the get-go in 2019 did that beautifully, translating Star Wars onto the small screen for a streaming service. And even the story itself is so polished, it's so well planned out, and not to mention invigorating. We all have so many questions that we want answers to. But going back to Rick, I really hope he's involved in Season 3. He brings a dimension to the show that would not be the same without him. And so finally, my dear friends, the cover for the upcoming novel by Kirsten White, Star Wars Padawan, has been revealed. This book is going to be heavily inspired by Master and Apprentice by Claudia Gray and explores the teenage years of Obi-Wan Kenobi and his experiences as the Padawan of Qui-Gon Jinn. In case you're not aware, Obi-Wan was not the most gifted Jedi as a kid. He went through a lot of struggle, but he was in the hands of the best master. But going back to this novel, I love the cover art. And as I've said before, we're really experiencing a prequels revival, and I love it. And I will say, if you're interested in that period of time, then you might want to consider becoming a patron, because I've been doing full comic book movies of the 2000 comic series Last Stand on Ord Mantell. So click the link down below if you want more videos not found here on YouTube. But otherwise, my dear friends, that brings us to the end of this news update. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and a massive welcome if you are. But until the next one, may the Force be with you always. I'm Star Wars Meg. Have a good one.